You know how some games feel like turning points? This is one of those. Look, beating Denver isn't just another W on the schedule. It's about setting a tone. It's about proving the Chiefs can come out with urgency, physicality, and a plan that doesn't wait for the second half to matter. If you want a team that shows up and forces opponents to adjust, this is the kind of game you want them to dominate from snap one. First thing, leadership. Chris Jones isn't just a pass rusher on the stat sheet. He's the kind of player who can raise the energy for 11 guys. If Jones treats every snap like a personal challenge and refuses to let doubles or triples slow him down, the entire defense follows. You want him fired up, hunting, and using his presence to make the Broncos uncomfortable. That kind of attitude turns third and long into third and unsuccessful for them. And that's where games get flipped. But emotion without a plan is just noise. The Chiefs need Jones to do more than sack the quarterback. He has to collapse pockets in a way that forces quarterbacks to move and make earlier throws. That creates turnovers, gets the offense better field position, and keeps the crowd loud. Imagine Jones drawing double teams early. That frees up interior pressure, linebackers shooting gaps, and the secondary getting more chances to jump routes. In short, Jones winning equals the defense breathing easier and the whole stadium feeling it. You also need the rest of the defense to match that physicality. Tight ends have been giving the Chiefs trouble. Too many soft early routes, and suddenly the opponent's chains move. We can't let that happen. Whoever's on the early route responsibilities, the slot corners, the linebackers, they need to win those first 3 to 5 yards. Win the early routes, and you force the other team to hold on to the ball or scramble. That's how you keep drives short and give your offense more possessions. Now, before I lose you, quick ask, if you want to see the Chiefs start every game like this, drop a yes in the comments. If you think they still need to pace themselves, type no. I'm curious where you stand, because this affects how the coach should call plays from the jump. Lastly, if you're liking this breakdown and you want more game-by-game blueprints, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel to 6,000 subscribers so we can bring even more film breakdowns and insider-style takes. And a like on the video helps a lot too. If you want us to keep these tight and focused, let me know in the comments, and tell me who you think needs to be the emotional leader besides Chris Jones. Alright, that sets the table. In the next chapter, we'll get into the defensive adjustments that actually make this plan work. Exactly how Jones can be used, where the pressure should come from, and which matchups the Chiefs absolutely must win. Alright, let's dig into the defense, because this game might end up being won or lost on that side of the ball. The first key is simple. The Chiefs have to unleash Chris Jones, not just as a pass rusher, but as the emotional thermostat of the entire defense. When he's active, loud, and relentless, everyone feeds off it. And that's the energy Kansas City needs from the opening snap. Jones is going to get doubled, maybe even tripled. That's the reality when you're the most disruptive defensive tackle in football. But that can't be an excuse. It's an opportunity. If he's drawing that much attention, it means someone else is one-on-one. And that's where guys like George Karlaftis and Mike Danna need to feast. They can't afford to be quiet. The entire defensive line needs to treat those snaps like blood in the water. And here's where coaching and scheme come in. Steve Spagnuolo can't just line up straight and expect the Broncos to fold. They need to move Jones around, shift him, stunt him, even line him up over the guard, then crash him inside. When you do that, it forces the offensive line to hesitate, and hesitation is where mistakes happen. Once Jones gets 1 or 2 wins early, it's contagious. Suddenly, blitzes hit home. Suddenly, quarterbacks start hearing footsteps. But here's something that's been eating at me, and I know a lot of you feel the same way. The Chiefs' coverage against tight ends has to get better. Week after week, it feels like the defense dominates for 2 downs, And then on 3rd and 6, a tight end slips free for a first down. That has to stop. The linebackers, especially Drew Tranquill, need to trust their technique and stop overcommitting to the jam. It's not just about being physical, it's about staying attached through the entire route. If you're sitting there nodding, thinking, "Yes, I'm tired of watching tight ends torch us," go ahead and type "agree" in the comments, because you're not alone. Every fan who watches this team knows that one big stop on 3rd down can flip momentum. Now, quick question for you. Should the Chiefs keep Jones on a snap count early in games to keep him fresh for the 4th quarter? Drop a yes or no in the comments. I want to see what you think, because this is one of those decisions that could swing the entire matchup. And hey, if you're getting value from this breakdown, you already know what I'm going to say. Hit that subscribe button. We're pushing hard to reach 6,000 Chiefs fans here on Total Chiefs News, and every sub helps us grow the community and bring you more deep dive analysis like this. Coming up next, we'll flip it to the other side of the ball and break down the exact offensive recipe Kansas City needs to beat Denver's 4-man pressure. It's all about getting the ball out fast, keeping the deep shots alive, and letting Mahomes dictate tempo. Let's talk offense, because this is where the game truly tilts. We all know the Broncos' biggest strength is their ability to generate pressure with just 4 guys. That means Patrick Mahomes is going to have defenders in his face, and the Chiefs have to attack smart, not slow. So, how do you beat a defense that can rush 4 and still drop 7? It's about rhythm, quick routes, timing. You don't stand back there and wait 3 seconds hoping for someone to break free. That's how sacks happen. The Chiefs need to hit slants, digs, and quickouts to the perimeter. Hit it, move the chains, make them think twice about bringing extra heat. And I'll say this, Mahomes has gotten a lot better at staying inside the pocket instead of drifting backward like he used to. That's growth. But the next step is giving him the tools to win before the pressure even arrives. That's where Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Taquan Mizzell, and maybe even Justin Watson come in. Those guys need to win early. I mean within 1.5 seconds, not 3. When the ball's coming out fast, defenses suffocate under tempo. And look, I get it. Nobody wants to take the deep ball out of the Chiefs' offense. The big shots to Rice or Worthy downfield are what make this team electric. You can't remove that from the DNA. But here's the key. You need layers under those routes. Too often, the Chiefs have sent 2 or 3 guys deep with nothing underneath. That leaves Mahomes hanging, scanning for something that isn't there. Imagine this instead. You send one deep, another mid-level crosser, and a running back releasing underneath as a safety valve. That's the kind of layering that beats zone coverage and punishes a 4-man rush. It keeps Mahomes upright, keeps the chains moving, and forces the defense to pick its poison. Now, Kareem Hunt could be a factor here, not as your primary receiver, but as that emergency outlet. Still, if he's your only outlet, that's a problem. That's why Bashard Smith needs more touches. Jet sweeps, bubble screens, quick motion action that stresses linebackers. Denver's defense can't tee off on Mahomes if their linebackers are constantly having to chase motion and deal with misdirection. And here's something to think about. Should the Chiefs go heavier on quick game or keep dialing up deep shots to open things up? Let's settle it right now. Type deep in the comments if you want Mahomes attacking downfield, or quick if you'd rather see more timing routes to neutralize pressure. While you're there, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We're pushing hard towards 6,000 subscribers, and your support helps keep these deeps game plan breakdowns coming every week. Up next, we're going to focus on something most people overlook: the run game. Because running the ball right at certain defenders might just be the secret weapon that unlocks everything else. All right, let's shift gears and talk about something that doesn't always get the spotlight in Kansas City: the run game. When everyone thinks of the Chiefs, they think Mahomes' magic and big passing plays. But against this Broncos defense, running the ball isn't optional. It's the weapon that can break their front in half. Here's the thing. Denver loves to generate pressure with 4 down linemen, and Zach Allen is one of their anchors. The best way to take him out of the game? Don't run away from him. Run at him. Force him to play downhill. When a defensive end has to absorb double teams and get leaned on for 4 quarters, that pass rush loses its bite. The Chiefs have to make that happen. That's where Kingsley Suamataia comes in. He's strong, he's powerful, and if you let him fire off the line, he can wear down whoever lines up in front of him. That's what this matchup calls for. Physicality. Forget fancy zone reads and cute motion tricks every snap. You line up, run straight at Allen, and make him feel it. Because if Denver's defensive line starts to tire, those 4-man pressures won't land. Now, Kareem Hunt might have a small role in this game, but if he's your main outlet in the passing game, that's not ideal. You want him used in rotation, but not as your lifeline. That's where Brashard Smith comes in. We've all been waiting to see more of him, and this game might finally be his breakout. He brings speed, quickness, and that unpredictability factor Andy Reid loves to use once defenses get too comfortable. If Pops, Isaiah Pacheco, is healthy, that changes everything. His energy and burst are exactly what you need to get the offense rolling. But if he's out again, you can bet we'll see some creative packages, maybe even more Wildcat looks. And honestly, I'm here for it. Anything that keeps Denver guessing and prevents them from pinning their ears back is worth trying. And here's a little question for you. Should the Chiefs give Brashard Smith more carries this week to test the Broncos' edges? Drop a yes or no in the comments. Let's see how many fans want to unleash the kid and let him show what he can do. Also, if you're enjoying this kind of inside-the-game breakdown, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're pushing to reach 6,000 subscribers, and every single one of you helps us bring more Chiefs talk straight to the fans. Now, in our final chapter, we'll wrap this up with the complete game day checklist. The exact keys Kansas City has to hit to walk away with a win. Stick with me and let's bring it home. All right, let's close this out and put all the pieces together. We've talked about emotion, defense, offense, and the run game. Now it's time for the full blueprint. Here's the checklist the Chiefs need to follow if they want to walk out with a win over Denver. Number 1, Chris Jones has to be the spark. When he's fired up, the defense feeds off him. He doesn't just need to play well, he needs to lead. Take doubles personally, set the tone, and elevate everyone around him. Number 2, win early downs. That's where you frustrate Denver. You keep them behind the chains, make them throw, and let Spags dial up the chaos. Number 3, don't let tight ends dictate drives. We've seen it too many times. A big stop on 1st and 2nd down, then a 6-yard dump pass to the tight end on 3rd and 5. That can't happen. The linebackers need to finish routes, not just start them. Number 4, quick passing, layered routes. Mahomes doesn't need to hold the ball for big plays to happen. Hit slants, digs, outs, and mix in those deep shots once the defense starts creeping up. Rhythm is everything in this matchup. Number 5, run at Zach Allen. Use Kingsley's strength, lean on that power game, and make Denver's front pay for rushing so hard upfield. If you do that early, those rushers get gassed, and suddenly Mahomes has time later in the game. Number 6, score early and make Denver chase. Andy Reid has a habit of starting slow, almost like he's testing defenses early. Forget that. Come out swinging, get points on the board, and make the Broncos play from behind. That's how you control the tempo. If Kansas City hits these keys, this game shouldn't even be close. Now I've got to ask, Do you think the Chiefs take care of business this week? Drop your prediction in the comments. Yes, if you believe they'll dominate, or no, if you think Denver makes it close. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button right now. We're grinding towards 6,000 subscribers here on Total Chiefs News, and your support means everything. Every sub, every like, every comment helps us bring you more in-depth Chiefs talk like this.